packing somebody up tonight. Hey, come on in, take your shoes off before we.
Oh, what the fuck?
Well, what the fuck going on right here? What? Hey,
Oh, so that wasn't just me. Okay.
no,
I
man. I was
refreshed
here
my
to
shit just to make sure.
All right, Justin. Now that you done got your bearings about you, my boy, you want to try starting that bitch over? You just should we?
James catches, puts up a three. Won't go. Rebound Bosh. Back out to Allen. His three-pointer. Bang! Tie game with 5 seconds remaining.
Oh yeah, we packing somebody up tonight. Hey, come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat packing the air, we about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe, you already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the tray, yes and no. Friends and the foes, the butlers and the heroes. You can feel it in your soul, but when the ring is the goal. But if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing. Like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes, going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement.
Yeah.
Go crazy, let's go crazy. Observe.
Right here.
Say yeah.
Yeah.
Lex, did the Heat win?
Say nerd. Say nerd.
Nerd.
It be like that, young boy.
Hey, Lex, here we go.
Here you go.
Here we go.
Here you go.
Good night, brother.
Not
All right.
Justin, don't ever mute me again in your life.
We off to a rocky start already, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, welcome to the Basement Sports Network post-game show. I'm your host, Royal A. Shepard, and joining me today, we in the playoffs, guys. So welcome to the playoffs. Whatever that's worth. Joining me today, we got my boy Bubba. Bubba, how you doing today?
How am I doing, Royal? That's a great question. Worse after watching that game, but not as bad as Tyler Hero. Not feeling as bad as him right now.
Hey, brother, we'll get an opportunity to talk about that man in just 1 second. But also putting up on this panel, we got two members of the Kane gang. Starting with my boy Kane Kendall. Kendall, how you doing today, brother?
Amazing.
Observe.
11 straight. My agenda is pushing.
Come on now.
Riser. You know what I'm saying? Won't go to too much detail yet. But just doing my thing on this Easter Sunday. Gotta go back to work.
I appreciate you for reminding me. Happy Easter to everybody out there who celebrates. Happy Resurrection Day. He has risen type shit. You know what I mean? Hope everybody got $1,200 worth of eggs. Rounding out the panel, we got my dog New. How you doing this afternoon?
I'm excellent. I know how y'all doing. We was in the playback, but I'm excellent.
Oh, you won't be once we get to this Kendall stat of the night.
I'll leave before we get there. Don't worry. Thanks for the heads up.
At the relationship.
He trying to cause dissension in my home. This is crazy.
Happy homes will be destroyed on my watch.
All right. Before we get to that, we got to talk about this. Observe with the 199 dono for my boy Justin in the background. Appreciate you, Justin. Oh shit, and that motherfucker just get observed. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to observe the Miami Heat get their teeth kicked in 121-100 against the Cleveland Cavaliers in game 1 of this series. What I will say is that the 21-point win isn't indicative of the game that I watched, per se. You know what I'm saying? I thought Miami was relatively competitive in this game. I think they pulled away late and in the game with primarily on the back of Ty Jerome. And we'll get into a little bit of why that was in a second. So we're going to start listening to people's thoughts. We're going to start with Kendall tonight. Kendall, bro, give me your thoughts on the game.
Typical Miami Heat basketball, when you lack talent, that's what it's gonna look like. You can fight as hard as you want. I'm trying to remove Justin's comment, but yeah, you can fight as hard as you want. But the better team's gonna win in the playoffs. That's just how this shit go. Uh, yeah, I found it very interesting. Start that game, they was attacking one man. It was our all star this year, Tyler Hero. They was they was at his neck. Yeah. So no, I like this shit. That shit fire.
Yeah,
Um,
it
but
is.
let me not get distracted. But yeah, it just is what it is. Like this team ain't good enough, but they put in effort, and we already knew that was gonna happen. And the better team won, even though Ty Jerome was the reason, which felt like Max Struess in a play-in type, a Victor Oladipo 40 ball type game. Like that's literally what it felt like. Like, and that's a nasty feeling that your team can't stop Ty Jerome in 2025.
Yeah, no, for sure, bro. I think that's like we'll get into the individual reason. I think you kind of mentioned it right there. The individual reason we all know it was Tyler Hero, just to kind of. But we'll talk a little bit more about that. If y'all see the question in the stream, it says, "Was it worth winning the play-in games?" So you make sure you use the hashtag. The graph should update as we get answers in there. Yes, hashtag no, whatever. New. What were your thoughts on tonight's game?
Damn, I'm glad we won that playoff game and didn't get top 8 lottery lies. Because who needs those, right? Like you can't you can't not play players like Bam Adebayo with a bad hip and everybody else when they're hurt because you can't bring that into your culture. So, you know, this it was a heat loss, but it was a culture win. That was my thought about the game tonight.
Mm. It and that's an interesting way to frame it because um, I've been trying to as of late
Let
kind
me
of
tweet that out and steal that.
yeah I've been trying as of late kind of like look at it from both sides of kind of like the fan base. Whereas like if your primary objective for making the playoffs was to just see how people would look in the playoffs, then that I believe is the culture win that you kind of speaking to. I if your dream was to kind of like help this team get better in a more sensible way, which I believe the draft would help do, then it was a loss making the play. But yeah, I agree. Like it was a culture win tonight because I thought they played the number one seed well, and there were positives to take away from that. Bubba, give me your thoughts on the game tonight, bro.
I thought that game was extremely frustrating to watch on all levels, and I think that if you wanted them to be in this position, you're sick, um, and you're an idiot, plain and simple.
Sick man with sick thoughts.
I think that this being what you wanted and this being celebrated that we got to the stage is everything that this organization used to stand against.
Stone, you disgust me, bro.
And and I know we're going to talk about the individuals, but so many players besides the one we all know we're going to talk about tonight played really really poorly. But one player in particular played so poorly it overshadows Andrew Wiggins not knowing how to play basketball. Khalil Ware looking like Tua in his playoff debut. Um, it
Can
was
we
just horrible
remove
all
this?
around.
Sorry, sorry, sorry.
Questionable decisions. We'll
Nigga,
talk about it all, but that was
can
so
you
frustrating to
remove
me.
Justin's comment from the screen? It is bothering me, please.
Brother, that is only happening on your screen. It's not
How do
happening
we
on
do that?
it. Oh, also, just okay. So this new platform, some people think it looks cool. For us, it's like it's a maiden voyage. We've done it like once before, but Dale, you can also hear Justin in the background, and nobody else can. Like Justin can talk to us, and they can't hear him.
Yeah, we could hear that nigga, but nobody else can.
I
Yeah,
think I think Dale just came back. I think he left.
Yeah, we back. We back. That's
yeah,
those wrinkly nigga comment gone.
yeah. Stone, want to hear your thoughts on the game, brother?
Don't let us get one.
That's funny.
Obviously. Um,
They can't hear Justin. Only we can hear him.
yeah,
Yeah.
um, and that puts me in a blender every time. But we'll push through it. Um, I don't know. Andrew Wiggins should be shot. Should be killed. Kill him with bricks. Kill him with rocks. I don't really care. Just never make me have to watch him play basketball in a Heat uniform ever again. Um, it's really a disgrace to every great player that ever played for the Miami Heat that they decided to trade for him and, kind of make him a featured player and give him a bunch of shots. Uh, I don't get what they're doing with that. He doesn't make the shots, but he does take the shots. Um, yeah, that was the story for me. Honestly, two people I need to see really respond because I have no expectations for Andrew Wiggins. He's going to just stink it up all playoff long, no doubt. He's a terrible, and as much as I want to put all the blame on him, he's just a terrible fit for the rest of what's going on. I don't know that there's great fits out there for Andrew Wiggins, but I would like to imagine there's a better fit than this one for him. But with that said, two people need to respond. Tyler Herro, are you a man or are you a mouse? That's what we got to find out next game. Show me something. They picked on you all game long. I'm willing to bet over half their points were scored with you being the primary defender. We need you to show up. Like you're already talking about 2 years away, renegotiating or signing a supermax extension. Fuck no. That just can't happen. We can't give you that money if we're seeing Bam in the huddle say they're gonna go at 14. It's just a waste of everybody's time. And another person that needs to respond, and I think is more likely to respond, is Spo. Spo, what can you do to make this series close? Is there any way that you can steal a game? How will you respond to just everyone picking on Tyler Herro and, not having an answer for Ty Jerome on defense? That's what I want to see.
So you kind of alluded to it, and I wasn't going to go to talk about Tyler first, but I feel like that was the biggest part of this game. I think for years we've talked about how Tyler Herro's offensive or how his contribution to a basketball team is
Oh my God.
what happened.
Sengun just punched on Draymond and sent that nigga into the shadow round. But continue.
Yeah, okay, but yeah, I think with Tyler Herro, we've always talked about kind of how his contributions to a basketball team are limited to his scoring output, and how he needs to be scoring at a high level in order to offset some of the defensive deficiencies that he has. And I think that was never more true than in this game tonight, bro. From opening tip, it felt like Cleveland's game plan was very clear, and that was to attack Tyler Herro on defense. And offensively, he just didn't provide enough tonight to kind of counteract that, bro. And it looked like it's going to be a problem all series long because they took turns on it. Like it was Garland, Donovan Mitchell, Ty Jerome. Like they took turns hunting Tyler Herro, and that feels like it's going to be one of the dominant themes of this series. New, I'll start with you on the Tyler Herro thing. Talk to me about Tyler Herro's performance tonight.
Excuse me. Not a surprise. Not something that I think is we're gonna see change. He is who he is, and he is who he's been. Like this, he's never gonna be a good defender. He's always gonna be hunted. And if you're the Heat, y'all the fools for like buying into this. You know what I mean? Like, name one playoff series where Tyler wasn't getting hunted. Like it's real easy during the regular season. Niggas not doing scouting reports and all that. This nigga Draymond just hit the other side of the room. That is crazy. My bad. Yes, it's like that's why it was so funny to me seeing the whole like people get worked up because they're playing games where those stats don't count. Because it's like, bro, this is what matters. He has to do it here. You got to start 9 for 9 now, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And if he can't do that, we're gonna get swept, and it's our first option isn't gonna carry us to anything, and we're gonna lose. Period.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like the thing that I've kind of had to I had to deal with it a little bit. Like people with the victory laps in the play in talk about playoff Tyler and just kind of like prematurely crowning his ascension. And it's like I said it earlier, like I'm going back to an old narrative, whereas like his regular season was cool, but now I want to see how he performs in the playoffs, and that will help me like crystallize or define the season that he's had. Statistically, the best season that he's ever had as a player, cool. but I don't want to define any leaps with Tyler Hero unless like until after this series is going. Go ahead, Stone.
Montro Fool, you said y'all ain't providing real commentary. I am the realest of hoop talk right here. So you can get the fuck on. If you can't handle the truth, that's a you problem.
Correct. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you, Montro. We don't really give a fuck about your opinion, brother. There are other platforms that do this. Feel free to go watch one of them.
Or your mammies, or your daddies, or anybody else's.
Hey, brother, listen, brother. We got some hoop talk for you. Like, we either gonna talk about basketball or we gonna talk about your mama cankles. Like, you can make this choice for yourself. No, we ain't had to do that in a long time. Let us do our job, brother. You put 20 on tank 3. All right, on pump 3. Whole ass nigga.
Jersey.
Jersey, they pump gas up down.
I'm so sorry, dude.
Damn.
I had to.
Damn. Talk to me about Hero's game tonight. Kind of like season. What it mean? Bro, you ain't shit, bro.
Did you just say put 20 on pump 3?
Yeah, bro.
All right. ISO. What'd you say, bro?
I'm saying Tyler Hero, bro. Talk to me about his game.
Like news spoke on like how he got 100. I'm gonna be real, like that from tip off was like the first time, and I feel like I got a great memory, even though I tend to consume alcohol on the weekends. That I can recall, like in the playoffs, like it was like nastily blatant, bro. Like there was no ifs, ands, or buts. Like it was like the first 4 or 5 possessions when they saw, especially, and I think Spo kind of played into this a little bit. I think he did want to challenge Tyler, which I can respect as a coach, but it's like, bro, like, and he switched it up quick. They started Tyler on Garland on purpose
Mm-hmm.
because the first tip off or whatever went like out of bounds or something. And for whatever reason, I didn't see it, but for whatever reason, the Cavs were inbounding the ball, so that meant they had time to match up, and they got to walk it up, and Tyler was guarding Garland. So I found that very interesting. I'm like, okay, I like that. Like the challenge of it all, at least. Like, but it went terrible, like quick. And his game tonight, he was, first half he was cool. He was, even though he did get picked on, it was like, okay, at least you scored 17. We down 8 points, so we still in the game. I can't kill you, but
Mm-hmm.
that third quarter and that fourth quarter,
4 points in the second half, bro.
they was on his ass. And 2 of them points, bro, like that game was over when he scored them last 2. Because he had 19 for about a while. But this is just what it is. Better team, obviously. Saw the sore spot. But it's just it does suck like to see Ty Jerome like ISOing in some like 2 or 3 times, like getting fouled, hitting floaters, like
Like,
that ain't the Miami Heat basketball I grew up on. Nasty work. That ain't my 2 guard. My 2 guard is Dwayne Tyrone Wade.
so this is what I don't want to do. Like because I agree with everything that you were saying. What I don't want to do is I don't want to just focus on like the scoring thing, which is the only way that he impacts the game. Like the scoring, well, that's the only way that he positively impacts the game. Because I feel like the scoring is what people are going to use to justify the way that he played. Because in order to understand the entirety of the context, you have to include the defense. Because he was the primary target of Cleveland's offensive game plan. Like that's how they started. That's how they established the game plan for this playoff series was attacking Tyler Hero on defense, and he was the primary defender on Ty Jerome in the fourth quarter when Ty Jerome got on fire, bro. So you have to include both sides of the ball in this context. And most people are just gonna look at the 21 points and say that he did his job. He did it, bro. He failed massively tonight. Stone, talk to me about Tyler Hero.
Yeah, I mean, like the thing the box score won't show you is how much trouble he had moving off the ball. Like, I mean, he was being, I don't know who number 5 is for Cleveland, But he was being face guarded by him pretty much the entire game.
Sam Merrill.
Yeah, and he couldn't shake it. Like they were setting screens next to the screens, like far off the action of the ball, and the ball just remained in Davion Mitchell's hands all game long. Like if you've been watching this team all year, you know that's not what they're trying to do. Like the ball is always in Tyler Hero's hands. They play hero centric hoops. So the fact that Davion Mitchell was on ball so much tonight just should tell you how much deny Cleveland played against Tyler Hero and how successful they were with it, because that's just not how the Heat operate. They always operate through Tyler, for better or for worse. So that's the offensive component of it. Defense, it's just like I don't know what the answer is. They're going to keep hunting him, and I mean, I don't think he can really respond to it. Like Spo's gonna have to cook something up. That's why I'm saying I'm counting on Spo and I'm counting on Tyler to be able to respond to like what was a really embarrassing game for Tyler and what felt like a game Spo didn't really have answers for after a certain point. For 3 quarters, they really pushed Cleveland, but in the fourth quarter, it felt like the adjustments they made, we had no answers for.
Yeah. So
May-
Marcus, go ahead.
I was just gonna say part of that goes to tough shot making, maybe, or like they were playing that zone where they were leaving people wide open. Whatever the case is, like they just didn't have an answer for it.
Yeah, one of the people that they were leaving wide open was fucking Hayward Highsmith because he couldn't hit nothing. But Marcus Hunter brings up a point. He says, "How good offensively is Tyler if he can't attack Garland, Merrill, or Struess?" Brother, I didn't see Tyler have much success attacking anybody off the dribble tonight. Like it wasn't just those three. Like I saw he had a possession against Jared Allen.
Couldn't beat Jared Allen off the dribble.
Yeah, Jared Allen like stonewalled him off the dribble, bro. I thought he had a rough game. I do think that there were opportunities for Tyler to be more efficient or to have a better game, and I do think that that's something that he might be able to improve on for the rest of the series. But tonight, like it just wasn't working for him. Bubble, give me your thoughts on Hero.
Not to completely overreact, as y'all know in the war of the moment, but that second half I think was one of the most embarrassing individual performances in the history of Heat basketball. Um, I thought the performance, to describe it in a few words, was emasculating, embarrassing, and I think that 5 players on the Cleveland Cavaliers huddled up with Kenny Atkinson and said, "We're gonna run a train on this motherfucker," because that's exactly what they did. Um, Tyler Hero, for all the shit that he talks about having impact on the city of Dwayne Wade, all star shit. None of the players that he wants to be like would ever put out a performance like that against anybody. And that second half, the way he responded was weak. It was trash. He like pushed somebody to the ground. I think it was Merrill. Got pissed that the ref was barking. Wasn't looking for anything. I mean, you literally couldn't even get open off ball like Stone was saying. I was going to bring that up. Defaulting to other people. You want to be the number one option. You want to get paid. You want all the credit when you get 30 points against the Atlanta Hawks in literally a meaningless playing game because the stats literally don't count towards NBA history. The actual league tells you the stats don't fucking count. It cannot get more meaningless than that when the actual league says this shit doesn't fucking matter or count in the history books. But this is playoff hero. I think people forget that they went on a finals run after he got hurt. It's very hard to have a player that is this bad defensively that gets hunted this much and have a deep playoff run. People joke about Luca. People joke about, what is it, Jalen Brunson, and you can tell when the announcer just says, "Oh well, he competes. He's a willing defender." I don't even think Tyler Hero is a willing defender tonight. The amount of times he went under screens on Ty Jerome for Ty Jerome to fucking absolutely crucify him on Easter on our Lord's Day was absolutely insane. That was Ty Jerome's playoff debut tonight, and he absolutely worked Tyler Hero. It was absolutely embarrassing, and if you're a Hero stan, you need to mute. You need to go and become a mime. It is absolutely over until further notice. The revolution will no longer, the Hero revolution is no longer being televised. It is done. Don't open your mouth. Don't speak about Tyler Hero.
Yo,
That was
Marcus,
embarrassing, emasculating, and one of the worst individual performances I've seen in the second half. It's not the only reason why we lost, and if he responds well, congrats to him. But that second half was absolutely fucking appalling, embarrassing, emasculating, and an absolute travesty and shame to everything that the Miami Heat stand for. It was disgusting,
yeah, it was.
repulsive.
Okay, I get it. So first of all,
Trash hours.
I think my cousin in there. That's my cousin Jordan J Strig. What's happening, baby? But look, all of those things true. I think
Hey, can I say something, Royal?
sure.
Um, you just said when you like before you went to I want to say before you went to Bubba,
Yeah,
you said you're sure he'll be better, which I offensively, which I agree with.
yeah.
My question is, does it even matter?
No.
Because if let's say he is better next game offensively, he's more efficient, he scores more points. But if the defense is the exact same way, genuinely, what the hell does it change?
It changes Davion Mitchell not pressing so much on offense. Like we don't
He a
see
dog, he a pit bull, what's the quote? Why not?
yeah, all that stuff. But yeah, I think it doesn't force Davion Mitchell to press so hard into trying to be a creator. Um, and I think that it helps. Like, but you're right though. Like the defensive stuff matters, and I think oftentimes like we've been able to overlook it because of the scoring outputs and like just kind of the final win loss type thing. Even though they've lost way more games than they won, but tonight it was just too blatant, bro. Like it felt like a concerted effort, and I feel like in the playoffs the difference is that they're not going to stop doing it until Miami finds a way to stop it. I do think one of the most before I do whatever this is Justin got going on, I do think the most interesting thing that I saw tonight in terms of like the whole Tyler Hero thing was that mic'd up portion with Bam, where he was talking to Khalil Ware and he was telling him like we have to be up because we know they're going to attack Tyler Hero. Like that to me is more damning than kind of like general opinions.
That's
That
captain talk.
that means that this team is actively like using up time to figure out how they're going to cover for Tyler Hero, knowing that teams will attack him.
Bro, that's 10 games, 10 straight games losing. Kept the team afloat. Don't let go of the rope. That
Leadership.
guy, that guy just jumped out on Front Street with a mic on him, bro. Like, and he know he got that mic on him.
Mhm.
And well, he probably didn't think about it in that moment. He low key did throw that boy under the bus.
He did
And that bus
on
was
national
driven
television
by
in front of the
it,
whole.
it was driven Miami-Dade Transit by Cleveland Community Transit by Ty Jerome specifically. Like that is tough, bro. Like that's a good point you make, bro. Like for him to point that out, bro. Like, mm. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that's it's tough, bro. And like we're gonna do that. Okay, let's see what he got. Okay, go ahead, spin this wheel, and then we'll let Bubba take the first one. See, he's probably gonna go the longest. When do the Bulls play?
ask Shep.
I cannot see the wheel. Please tell me what I'm supposed to talk about.
So he say, when do the Bulls play?
The Bulls should have been playing today. Um, they fucked up by letting Tyler Hero do something that will never matter ever again in NBA history. They should be playing today.
Okay, great job. Spin the wheel again. We're gonna let Stone take this one. Yeah. Damn.
It's time for
Kendall's Negroes, Stat of the Night.
Presented by Simple Health Advisors.
The floor, esteemed panel of the basement. I will ask respectfully to not be interrupted. I would like to do this.
I will respectfully decline.
Someone say, "Hey, is it? What did Braun say to Jeannie busting that other white woman?" First of all, new happy International Women's Month. But I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up. You gonna take these lashings, sister. You gonna take these lashings, good sister. And I'm finna ruin your home because there is a power forward who is a DPOY, something Bam don't got, who might be max extension eligible, something Bam wasn't, that had the audacity. at 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, maybe even 11 in certain areas of the world, to score 4 points on to the 13. Ew. He wears the number 13. His name, Jaren Jamal Jackson Jr. Ew.
Quadruple J.
Hey, listen, when I mean doo-doo, I mean doo-doo. He was so ass. John was on that bench and that lead just kept extending, and I was just watching the whole time like, Jared, you gotta do something, brother. Like, this is your time. You're the number 2. But I was privy to some information
Okay.
that, his drawers didn't get put in the dryer. Now I don't know who fault that is. But yeah,
Marcus trying to talk about what happened to the league I love.
shit was going down his leg.
Yeah.
Yes, Mr. New, do you have any rebuttals to your man's performance?
We not homeless, so
It could be worse, type beat.
Okay. Let's circle back around. Somebody say Jaren wear panties. Let's circle
Gotta
back
talk
around.
about Bam
no,
now.
he don't.
Good, Justin. Spin the wheel. Oh shit. I think this Stone turn. Stone. Who was that cracker that had 28?
Twin.
It is absolutely Alprin Segun. That one dunk he just had on Draymond Green was worth 28 points to me. Wow. I mean, Draymond Green knocked out Jordan Poole. Why didn't you knock him out? That was your only option there. I mean, I've never that dunk was ridiculous. He went into the first row.
Shaboing boing.
Man. So yeah, that's my cracker that had 28. I guess I could talk about Ty Jerome a little bit. I don't know how he kept getting left open. A lot of times Andrew Wiggins was the closest defender near him. I think that Andrew Wiggins and Tyler Hero both have just insane tunnel vision. I don't think they see the court at all. I think that's why they take terrible shots and why they don't rack up assists or pass the ball ever even. And so, I mean, they're just lost out there. There's not an answer on the bench. Like Jovic would be even more lost. Haywood Highsmith, 31 minutes of cardio tonight. Yeah, this team is they got uphill battle, but Eric John Spoelstra is the greatest coach in NBA history, and he's gonna figure it out.
Hey, Stone ended that bitch on the real. You can't win in 5 if you don't lose 1 type beat.
Come on now.
Go ahead with this last spin. Go ahead, Cook.
Bro, you take it.
I'll pick me. Thanks.
Yeah, there you go.
You hoes told me that playoff Tyler had arrived after that bitch scored 30 in back-to-back play-in games. Well, guess what, hoes? Playoffs. Yeah, them stats disappeared. Nah, bitch. Ty Jerome, best white player on the court. Not my all-star. Fuck is you talking about? Listen, you hoes, y'all gotta learn, bro, to understand the difference between levels of basketball players, bro. All right? I ain't gonna do too much on the Tyler Hero thing because I do understand that with the way that Miami has kind of positioned him, there's gonna be opportunities for him to have big scoring nights. But tonight was a night where Miami could have stolen the game on the road if he had played to the level that you niggas have told me that Tyler Hero was at. Y'all have made sure to repeatedly jump in my mentions to let me know when he has arrived. Jump in there tonight so I can talk to you about Ty Jerome. So I can talk to you about Darius Garland and goddamn Donovan Mitchell hunting this nigga to no end on that end of the court, on the other end of the court. Defense matters, bro. He does not have it. He is a high-level role player. He can score the basketball, and that's the extent of his abilities. In terms of impacting winning, bro, if he ain't scoring the basketball at an efficient clip, then it's all for naught. Because what happened tonight can happen on any night. I think people need to crystallize kind of like what he is and understand that he shouldn't be elevated to these absurd statuses that y'all continuously want to do. But I'm going to let y'all do it because I'm not here to argue with niggas' opinions no more. I'm going to let the proof be in the pudding. And when these playoff stat, then I'm going to want to talk to y'all. I'm going to talk to y'all after the playoffs. I ain't going to do victory laps ahead of time right now because I already know the series is going to end 4-5 games and we'll be talking soon. So we'll let that be what it is for tonight. Hopefully he plays better next game. Y'all make sure y'all remember that part too. That I said I would like for him to play better next game. Do I expect it? No. Did I say something different earlier in the show? Yes, I did. But I'm a liar. So you figure out which one is the truth. Let's spin this wheel one more time.
Wait. Can you talk about that Supermax?
Hell no. Let's talk about Bam. I got an agenda to get off.
Yeah. I want to make sure that we get this last spin off because New didn't get her opportunity to go. No, that's why there's one more question left up there. New Jared Jackson Jr. Jersey.
I can't see that, so I'm not responding. Let's go to the next topic.
The only other topic up there was it worth it?
Somebody take a screenshot.
Yeah, put your thing down, flip it, and reverse it.
See it. She saw it.
She saw it coming from a mile away, bro. Let's talk about Bell tonight, and I think you deserve the floor on this because Kendall, you have this amazing kind of number that is being glossed over by everybody. Yeah. But not for what you're about to talk about. you got this amazing like stat, and I need you to bring that stat to the forefront. It's a Bam stat. So please let everybody know what it is, brother.
Hey man, 11 straight games, 20 points. Because I remember there was a time that nigga didn't shoot enough in the playoffs. So I don't want to hear about field goal percentage. I don't want to hear about that right now. We gonna enjoy the 11 straight, 20 plus. The first 10 he was shooting 47%. So that not too bad, not the best. He got to hit them from fucking free throws. But yeah, Bam, I do respect. Like he's kind of at this point where it's just like, bruh. It's funny we get to the playoffs and I kind of get it. He does a lot in the regular season, both ends of the floor.
Oh, my bad to interrupt, but Elisha, bro, not too much on our Twitch. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, not too much on that Twitch.
Chill.
You definitely over there by yourself too. But
she ain't over there. That's somebody else. She on YouTube.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Miss Cuddy, chill. Oh yeah,
you on dick.
just sit down and observe.
Observe, baby.
But yeah, like Bam emptying that clip, and I respect it. Like respect getting into the playoffs, saying yeah, like I'm not going down. Niggas ain't gonna point the finger at me. We probably would have won one more game in the series in the past or two. If he would have done this before.
Yeah.
But it's just the what if game. But credit to him. That boy, he trying to pull them boys together, but he's not a loser, but he needs to accept that this franchise is and do things to position us to actually be a winner.
Yeah, D-Match say, please explain the 11 straight. Bam has scored 20 or more points in 11 straight playoff games. That's what it is. Like he scored 20 or more points, I think, in each one of the Denver games. And
every Boston game and
then going back to a season before that. So yeah, Bam has scored 20 or more points in 11 straight playoff games. And look, like I don't give a fuck. Y'all do it for Tyler Herro. I'm gonna do it for Bam. I'm gonna look at the raw objective numbers. Bam had 24 and 9 today. Obviously, he was the best player on Miami's team. Stone, give me your thoughts on Bam's game tonight.
Yeah, it's just upsetting to me that he decided to be a loser his entire career until it was time for us to actually lose, and now he wants to be a winner. But he's making winning plays. I mean, he is carrying a roster full of dog turds, like as far as they can possibly go. As we saw in the huddle tonight, like he always has to be conscious of like picking up Tyler Hero's slack on the defensive end. Um, I think that he's like a coach on the court out there. Like I think that was Jimmy's role before, and I think Bam's kind of the guy now. I saw Davion Mitchell doing a little bit of it, but I would bet on defense, Bam's lining all the ducks up. Like um, I don't know. I think he's taking a big step. I think the stat that Kendall brings up is a huge point, and I'm not upset about like him not shooting over 50% from the field. Like my biggest complaint was that he wouldn't take shots. He took shots tonight, and so like salute to him. He was a big reason why for 3 quarters the Heat were even in this game. It felt like when he got subbed out, the Cleveland lead exploded. And that's pretty much how the entire season since Jimmy Butler has been traded has been. Is Bam tries to play 40 minutes, and whenever Spo takes him out to try and sneak him some rest, it all falls apart. And so, like, if the Heat are going to steal one, he's going to probably have to play the entire game.
Yeah. Oh wait, Justin, turn your mic down or something because I think I can hear echo. Um. Yeah. If I'm gonna give Bam any criticism, I thought he shot too many threes tonight. They weren't falling, and oh fuck, Ant's here. Ant, how you doing, bro?
No, continue, please.
You
He
don't,
was, nigga. He don't need your
yeah,
permission.
I'm about to say, don't tell me what to do. Answer my question. How are you doing?
Oh, you don't care.
I don't. Yeah, I think if I'm going to criticize Bam's game, I thought he shot too many threes tonight. He saw the shot wasn't really falling, and he kept launching them up. And the free throw thing that Miguel brings up in the chat is really a good, is really a good point. Like, I feel like there hasn't been much consistency. I think he was shooting like 80-some% in the second half of the season. Like,
Yeah, he been consistent on the free throws.
yeah, but he's been consistently like missing one of them too. Like,
Yeah, today for sure.
yeah, so I want to see him kind of like clean that up. But yeah, I ain't really got much smoke for what Bam did tonight. Bubba, how you felt like Bam played today?
I thought Bam, kind of what Kendall said, was the only reason why, or was it Stone? The only reason why we were in the game towards the end. I think it was cut to 7 when he went on that little run, something like that. But I'm kind of with you, Royal. The threes was kind of annoying, can't lie. But Bam's not the reason why we lost tonight. But Hero's also not the only reason why we lost tonight. But it was just ugly all around, man. And for Bam, I thought he got a little. I think was it during the playback. Kendall, did you bring it up? Like Hero was calling out like defensive rotations or something, and Bam kind of looked annoyed. I thought that was funny.
Yeah, it was like in the huddle, like after a foul or something. Like Tyler called everybody to the free throw line, and Bam just kind of like looked to the right and just was like,
I
"Okay."
kind of got the vibe that Bam was like a little annoyed with everybody else at a certain point. Like for Bam to get aggressive and like really like that run where Hero was on the bench and Bam was really cooking. Do you know how annoyed I feel like Bam has to be with the other guys to be like, fine, I actually will shoot 5 straight times. You know what I mean?
That's my dog Key in the chat. Major Key, what's happening, gang? Uh-oh. Yo, that's my dog. But yeah, I don't know, bro. Like the man plays hard all the time, and he contributes so much to this team. Like it's just hard to watch the way most of the fan base is just kind of like defines what he's doing on the court. Like they want him to do what Tyler does and what he does simultaneously, but don't want to hold Tyler to the same standard. If you flip it, new. What were your thoughts on Bam?
Um, Same old same.
Yeah,
And I don't mean that like dismissively or disrespectfully or anything like that. This is essentially what you're gonna get from Bam. Um, in a playoff series, especially without Jimmy Butler, he's gonna be your best player, and it's not gonna be enough because nobody else is gonna be good enough and along for the ride. And I'm not trying to like change the subject, but I see a lot of people in the comments asking for Davion Mitchell. Davion Mitchell was not good tonight. Like I know that's y'all puppy, that's y'all dog, whatever gay nickname folks is giving him. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. But oh well, too late. But he was like he had the second worst plus minus on the team tonight.
Yeah.
Would anybody like to guess who was first?
Terry
I
Rozier.
think it's because he gets paired with Hero.
It was the Canadian.
It
It's maybe
was. And
Bin Laden.
third was Tyler. Like the three horsemen of the apocalypse. Like y'all have to understand. I get it. Davion has been great since he came over in the trade, but y'all have to understand that like it's kind of like the Tyler Hero thing. Like guys look great on the bench in a bench role, and then they start and it's not good enough. Like we have to accept as fans and I mean like as fans of basketball, not just damn,
Yeah.
not just as fans of the Miami Heat, that everybody that is in the NBA is not a starter. Like, and that's a fact. Everybody cannot. It's harder to duplicate and even elevate your play from what you do when you're coming off the bench and you're playing 25, 26 minutes to asking someone to do that 38, 40 minutes a night. It's not easy. That's like if it was easy, everybody could do it. Davion Mitchell is cool as a bench guy, just like Gabe Vincent was cool as a bench guy. Like there are guys meant to play that role. Norris Cole was cool as a bench guy. Like everybody can't do the starter thing. It just is what it is. Yes, Miguel Gordillo. Kyle Anderson played tonight.
He played 6 minutes. But
Still played.
yeah. Spo dominantly went with an 8-man rotation. And then but like even those 8 men, like he split minutes, like Duncan Robinson and Alec Burks got 15 minutes each. So the five guys that he primarily went to were Tyler, Bam, Andrew Wiggins, Davion Mitchell, and Hayward Highsmith. The even Khalil only got 20 minutes. But the rest of those guys, you're gonna see them play heavy minutes in that role. And I want you to talk about Bam before we kind of move on to the next thing.
I mean, I agree with what New said as far as nobody played good tonight. I would
Yeah.
say Bam and Davion probably were the closest to being fine, regardless of what their plus minus says. But I mean, the biggest thing for me is Bam came into that fourth quarter and he took over from the jump. I don't like that Spo took him out, but at least he did something in the fourth quarter. Tyler Hero had 17 points at halftime, 4 points in the second half. Like that's my biggest gripe is when they're scoring. So the fact that Bam was the only one that really showed up in money time, quote unquote money time, the fourth quarter, he at least gets my credit for that. I just think that Spo should have never taken him out because by the time he came back in, it wasn't a game anyways. So like, why are you resting him? That just don't make no sense to me.
Well, we saw like during the game, like he looked a little tired when they like panned to a picture of shot of him on the bench. Bam looked like he was exhausted, and he had played. If I think correctly, he had played the entire third quarter.
It was nine. Yeah, it was 98-90 when that happened. When they panned, I literally remember it.
Yeah, so they
I
like
I think he sat 2 minutes in the second half.
yeah, but it was tough though. But I agree with you in the sense where it's like this team, the way that they were getting outplayed on in the paint, like there really isn't much opportunity for Bam to be catching rest. Like we all said it prior to this, like this is a 40-minute per game series, or like even if they're gonna make it more than the series, if they're gonna do something outside of this, it's a 40-minute a night thing for it should be for Hero and Bam. They should both be playing 40 minutes a night because like it's too the margin of error is too small for there to be any type of significant drop off in minutes for either one of them. So y'all see the splits of the way people watching this, bro. If you we have several different platforms. If you want to watch us on YouTube, make sure you come over to YouTube, the Basement Sports Network. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the network. Help us out. Help us kick this algorithm's ass. If you're watching us on Twitter, that's all good too. Appreciate y'all. Follow us on Twitter at Basement Sports N. We only got one person watching in Twitch. You're a real one. But more people should join them. If you have a Twitch account, go over to Basement Sports Gaming. Follow, subscribe. I don't know what you do over there on Twitch, but go do that on Twitch. Watch the show on there. Help us run that shit up a little bit too. You subscribe? Okay, subscribe to us on Twitch. I do before we go to like kind of adjustments for the next game and picks. I do want to give people an opportunity to talk about some of the role players that we haven't talked about yet. So I'll start with Stone. Stone, pick a role player, talk about
I hate to do this to my son, but Khalil Ware was a ghost tonight. I'm just getting out in front of it so no one else can direct this back at me. Um,
They're gonna do it anyway.
I know. Um, yeah, real spooky. 1 for 2, 2 points, 20 minutes. Part of the reason I became a huge Khalil Ware fan was it meant less Haywood Highsmith minutes. And tonight, that was not the case. He lost his minutes to Haywood Highsmith. Um, and I have a feeling Spo is going to go with Haywood Highsmith a lot more over Khalil Ware in these next few games. I don't know if he'll take Ware out of the starting lineup. I doubt he will just because the size that Cleveland has. But if Jovic can play, I see him maybe using Jovic to cut into some of those minutes as well. He did go out there and shoot a nasty air ball in the 1 minute he played, which was followed up by an even nastier air ball by Jaime Jaquez on the very next possession. They both look cooked, but we'll see. Yeah, so Khalil Ware, not good tonight. Made Bam work a lot harder, and I think that's why he was so tired by the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Jovic getting in garbage minutes helped me understand that there's probably not any minutes available for him in this series. I do not think that Khalil will be removed out the starting lineup. However, I do think Alec Burks is going to get moved out of the lineup. I think they're going to start Davion like in the next game. Excuse me. Bubba, pick a role player and talk about
I was going to talk about Kalel, but I
him.
guess we can't talk about Hero either, even though he's a role player, glorified. Um, I'm going to talk about Andrew Wiggins. Sometimes I can't tell if it's him or Highsmith out there. Um, Wiggins is fucking awful. And I think Steph Curry's legacy went up tonight before he even stepped on the floor because people out here saying that in that finals, that Andrew Wiggins could have won finals MVP, was the second best player in the series. If you're winning NBA finals games, I'm sorry, series championships with Andrew Wiggins as your second best player, you deserve to be in the top 5 conversation, period, end of story. He's fucking awful. He's dreadful. Um, and anyone who thought like, well, at least we got Wiggins is brain dead. Um, I can hear the hospital noises in the back. Um, it's sad. It's disgusting that he gets to wear 22. I don't care how Jimmy Butler left this building. Uh, he shouldn't wear 22. He shouldn't.
Somebody said
Um,
Kobe legacy went up tonight.
and it did. It did. You don't think Jimmy got like the alert on his Apple Watch and just started dying laughing? Um, yep. But I'm gonna have to go with Andrew Wiggins. That was dreadful. But kind of to piggyback off Stone real quick. My name in the stream tonight is based off of Khalil Ware. He looked brain dead. Uh, he is 7'3", and the amount of times his hands did not go past his shoulders when trying to attempt to grab a rebound was despicable and disgusting. They have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen. We need Khalil Ware to at least act his size, at least, and he can't do that. I think he has the Ben Simmons complex sometimes, where you kind of like mentally shrink. So yes, you're you're 7'3", but you're really playing like you're 6'8". And it's got to be fixed. Like Davion Mitchell's like 5'8", but he plays like he's 6'4". Like he's getting these rebounds and shit. Khalil awful. Andrew Wiggins worse. Um, I don't think it's going to be fixed, but it's got to be fixed.
Yeah, Khalil. I mean, Khalil Ware was bad. He got outplayed severely by Jared Allen. But yeah, Andrew Wiggins was also bad. I'm not gonna do 3 white people before I get to a black person. Dale, pick a role player, talk about him.
Uh, excuse me, pardon the interruption. Psych. Big dog. Whoa. A role player. Nigga, that's the whole fucking roster. But if
Correct.
I had to pick one person, I'm gonna pick 3 because yeah, I just gotta be me. Um, one is gonna be the 11th grader or maybe the 24-year-old that we were gonna draft with the 2027 first round pick. Anyways, thanks for your contribution. It's been a tribute to Terry Rozier. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about Terry Rozier next as my second. Oh, you piece of shit. Oh my god. I can't believe, and not really you, Terry. I can't believe something about you wearing a Charlotte Hornets jersey made nipples of the Heat fan base perk up the way it did when they traded for you. Here, nigga, damn, then boy, you got life fucked up now. Because what the fuck was y'all thinking, bro? Like, he's been here a season and a half, and he's played zero playoff games, bro.
Oh God, he ain't played.
He didn't play not 9 minute last year. Spo so disgusted, and that trade was so bad they didn't even put him in garbage time tonight. I don't think. Like,
They did it. He was the only person on the roster who didn't play.
Only
bro,
coach's decision, DMP.
you know what it is to be a 17-year vet and get a DMP? No, you don't, because you're not Udonis Haslam, bitch. You're Terry Rozier, and you're in like year 10. Like, bruh, that is low down, dirty, and disgusting. And they thought that they was fooling the real out here with that trade, even though that's a long time ago. But I'm gonna double back even further before that. It was June 2023. You sucker ass, dick eating ass. Oh, they see something in him. Jaime Jaquez, man, listen, bro.
Miss me with that.
NBA ready. We're getting Dame. He can contribute right away. Bro, y'all can go to fucking hell. Like, specifically, oh, Warriors locked in. They
Yeah.
scored. Specifically, you 5 reasons. Because Caleb got away, and y'all started talking. Even though I'm glad of that, y'all was talking about this man being them seeing star potential. Like,
It's,
if they're telling you these things, there needs to be some nuts put on the table where y'all start putting out who says these type of things.
they, they said how many Jaquez could potentially be our leading scorer.
Bro,
It
it's like,
was-
what would possess somebody to lie like that? It's just like, it's disgusting what they do to the fan base, but we the bad guys because we combative towards that over these past few years, even though this year I ain't really on that. But bro, it's like, let's be fucking for real, bro. Like, that is not the case. He stunk in college. That's why he had to stay for all them years. Man, some real work.
Nasty man. They say Scale Daddy done blessed Roy with $52. Yes, he did. Oh, look at him. As soon as it comes some 5 reasons slander, he got $52 to all of a sudden up out of here. They say five
He
reasons
gave it
out
to
here.
you. I'm the one who brought the niggas up. But yeah, anyways, I can
Well,
get it if I want it.
Justin made it say that every time somebody donate, it say niggas donating to me.
Justin Acuna, and we know his Super Bowl meal of choice. So, anyways, but yeah, back to this Jaime Jaquez hate. Uh, just disgusting, bro. Like, I don't like, bro. Like, niggas with ponytails or long hair playing basketball on my roster. It needs to come to an end in 2026. Bare minimum. You hear me, Patrick J. Riley? That means you need to go bald too, cause your hair long at this point. I ain't going for that, bro. Jaime stinks, bro. Jovic, you ducked the smoke this time, bro. And I know you had your hand broke, but I'm gonna cook your ass too. Soon enough, bitch ass nigga.
You will be here soon enough.
Stone's right. Didn't Jaime get checked in and he airballed the fuck out of the corner three?
Nasty.
Yeah, both of them,
That's crazy. Go back and check 5 reasons his tweets on the 40-point performance in the game that also meant nothing.
It was like
Uh,
there was no air in the basketball.
They were
That's
like,
how
well,
bad the
Jaime has
airball was.
some things to work on in the offseason, and then when he comes back, he might be able to contribute. Bro, the only thing he needs to work on is picking out a different home in a different city.
Thank you, because I have a op on my timeline about that Jaime shit.
Oh,
You just reminded me, Bubba. Thank you.
Empanada's gonna go up on the TL.
You know how ass you have to be as a white Latino man at basketball for me to start hating? Like,
Most of the niggas don't even know that you Spanish. They call you Bubba. y'all
that
got
just
white
that
bubbles.
broke my heart.
Y'all got white bubbles.
We gotta start saying Bubba Cito.
Hey, Pick a role player and talk about him.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about Hayward Highsmith for one play in particular. It was in the third quarter. He had a great box out on Evan Mobley. Didn't matter. Mobley 6'11", Highsmith is 6'4". Mobley just reached over him like he was his son and got the rebound anyways. If you are boxing out, shout out to Scale Daddy for Blessed Royal 50 cents or $50. Excuse me. He said, "Nah, Jaime need to come work on my." Why y'all got me reading the racist super chat?
Bitch, that's your fault. Who told you to read Don't Knows anyway? Taking all these liberties and
I
shit.
gotta start screening these. Anyways,
You
Hayward
don't.
Highsmith.
Nobody finna ask you to read no Don't Know. You just talk and let me handle donations.
Well, I'm not used to these new graphics we got. I kind of like it though.
I don't care what you like.
Well, it makes me feel obligated to read it.
Bro.
It's jumping in my face.
Where's your mother? we gotta do some parenting classes, bro. Like we gotta teach her. Never mind. Go ahead. Finish your.
Someone said my volume's low. Oh, my mic's connected.
Nobody said that.
Anyways, I could make it lower if y'all want. I could just go on mute. No, that's all I had to say. Listen, if you boxing out textbook as you should, and you are still not getting rebounds, like you are literally just so much worse than this team. Is not even funny. Like we shouldn't even waste our time playing the games if that's the case, and that's exactly what we saw. But yeah, this team is cooked.
Yeah, I do agree that Hayward Highsmith was probably one of the more useless people on the court tonight. Like, bro played 31 minutes and did a whole bunch of nothing. Like, I didn't see where he added value in any way. Oh, y'all say y'all can barely hear Ant speak. Is that the case? Because I can hear him just fine.
Yeah, I heard him fine too.
Me too.
Okay. The first.
I truly mean this unironically, like not even making a joke. But Haywood Highsmith is quite literally an auto-generated NBA 2K player. He is 6'6" or whatever, has a great wingspan, plays no offense. Like I don't understand how this gets to continue on a real basketball team. Like I said in the playback, like he is AI generated hoops. He is hoops GPT.
Wait till he starts running with Drew Smith.
That is your problem right there. That you said a real basketball team. This is not a real basketball team. New. Wrap us up on some of these role players.
They all stink. Next topic.
Let's talk about the next game. Does anybody on the panel see Miami making like a serious adjustment? Because like I suggested a little bit earlier, but I think they're going to make a starting lineup change. I think they're going to insert not Tyler Herro, but Davion Mitchell into the starting lineup, and I think Alec Burks goes into that DNP coach's decision kind of space. Any other adjustments anybody sees being made before game 2?
Well, I mean, if you mean an adjustment that's going to work, no. But I could see Nikola Jovic getting some run just because he's 6'10" and can actually provide a secondary ball handler so Davion Mitchell's not pounding the rock for 20 dribbles every possession. It won't work, but I think we might see it.
I think that's been a popular kind of like notion that Jovic, as somebody who comes in and provides a spark, would be kind of like a wild card play for Spo to try and insert a little energy in there. And I think it could work, but I don't think it's like going to be.
Steph Curry just hit Fred VanVleet with an in and out dribble.
Brother, I'm tuned in. But
we remember 2019 though.
But also like we didn't see him play Kyle Anderson that much tonight, so I don't feel like Spo is leaning towards playing another guy of that ilk. I think he shortens the rotation, bro, and then he just goes into like a 7-man rotation where you got.
I could see Spo going more zone a little bit more next game, maybe earlier.
I think he saw some success there, and that might be like a legitimate option for him too. Any other ideas before we get predictions for game 2?
Just forfeit all the other games and speed up to the offseason. That's my adjustment.
You could go ahead.
I got a question.
Oh, go ahead, Dave.
Which one of these young niggas played that was supposed to be beneficial to this experience of the playoffs that they was talking about? Khalil, right? 20 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, Khalil, 20 minutes.
Oh, so valuable. Got your ass busted and beat up by a nigga who said the lights are too bright. Welcome to the NBA, Khalil, where this is what the playoffs are like.
Yeah, like, I think they value. I think fans and the organization alike value niggas taking their lumps like this. But like he could have did this next year. Yeah, like come on, like it's. But yeah, I think they were talking about guys like Pele getting some run in the playoffs and Nico getting some run in the playoffs, and it's like, bro, they're not gonna play
I'm gonna be real. I would be okay with Pele Larson actually playing. I
over
would respect him
Allen
more, like, over Hayward Highsmith. Like
And Burks.
now, Burks can at least shoot, so I get it, and I like Burks. You know why? Because I hope Burks served his purpose in practice. The way he busted Jaime Jaquez ass all
to
year,
take his shine.
that the franchise was like, "Oh yeah, this boy actually stinks."
That's a question that I got. Who busted Jaime Jaquez ass so bad in practice that they was like, oh hell no, like
Jimmy.
nah. Jimmy is expected. It had to be somebody who they didn't see coming, busting uh hey Jaime's ass.
It was probably Duncan dribble driving past them like it wasn't nothing, bro.
Yeah,
I was
Pele.
about to say Pele probably.
Yeah, Pele probably gave him some problems, but Alec Burks is a good name too.
Can I suggest my adjustment real
Sure,
quick?
sure.
Yeah, so my suggestion would be no tickets being booked to Cancun. Send these boys to Ocala, Florida. Send them on a riverboat in the Everglades. Send them to hell, quite frankly. But do not send them anywhere nice. They do not deserve shit.
Yeah, I think Tyler said they packed 9 suits, which was crazy to be making that kind of prediction against the number 1 seed. Let's talk about the next game. Let's get some
It's
predictions.
actually not crazy. It's embarrassing.
I'm I'm doing it. Shut the
Y'all
fuck up.
can't hear Justin in the background, but he just said Heroes got us next game. We're gonna be just fine.
That is not
And
what
he actually just booked a. He just
that is
ordered a
not what
jersey.
that monkey just said. Bubba, the boy feeling good?
No. NFL draft in a couple days. Dolphins are gonna botch that pick. And our team sucks. We shouldn't be here. And if you wanted us to be here, you have no ability to look at the bigger picture towards the future, and that's coming from.
It's time for
Kendall's Negroes, Dad of the Night.
Presented by Simple Health Advisors.
It's time for
Kendall's Negroes, Dad of the Night.
Not sure why he did that.
I don't know either. New, the girl feeling good?
Yeah, me and Jaren had a talk after the game today, so I'm
Yeah,
expecting a much better effort in
the
game
jersey
two.
color, like, cut it off.
We you know, everybody has bad days at the office. You know, every day can't be your best day. And every day can't be a good day, or you wouldn't appreciate the bad days. So, you know,
Yeah,
it was a lesson,
this ain't the
not a
strong
loss.
black woman I know.
It was a lesson, not a loss, and that's what's important. You have to identify the issue and proceed from there. So, it's okay. We play again Tuesday, and we gonna be better, and that's all that matters.
Are you gonna be at the game?
Yeah, I got a box. I got a box suite.
Mm.
And they say black women don't protect their king.
He ain't courtside though. Hartenstein might drop a floater on his
I
ass.
can't be courtside because I might trip a referee,
Uh,
Mm.
and then fine, suspension. So
They
trying to
can't
save me from myself.
can't take money out the household. And
You can't do that. Not in this economy.
and the boy feeling good.
It really doesn't matter. It doesn't sound like anyone could hear me anyways. I don't know. I can't believe this is what people wanted. Like they wanted to make the playoffs and we're here. Like, do you have fun? Put a poll out. I did not have fun.
I think he put a poll out earlier. He was like, "Was it worth it?" I don't know how I got that many yeses, bro, but like, it was not. Stone, the boy feeling good.
You know why I got so many yeses, Royal? Because I was one of them. The Heat are going to blow that shit out. Fuck is
Fuck
you
is you
talking about? What do you mean you didn't want to make the playoffs? Are you men or are you mice? This is Miami Heat basketball. We go 8 seed to the finals like it's nothing. It's going to be too easy. Cleveland, those lights get brighter. I promise. I promise. Game 1, we were just feeling you out. But game 2, you're in a world of trouble. I mean, Miami Heat, Bam Adebayo, 85 points.
Turner.
Andrew Wiggins, 85 shots. Tyler Herro won't be able to get to the basketball. They're going to deny. But we are going to win on the back of Bam Adebayo. We're going to blow that shit out. Donovan Mitchell lays a stinker. Yeah, we didn't want you anyways. We got Boy Wonder. You're not worth Boy Wonder in 3 first-round picks. No way. We're talking about a 3-point shooting champion, and he going to show up in this next game. You better believe that. Yeah, Cavs in trouble. And then the Pacers are in trouble because we're going to the finals. There's no doubt about that.
I ain't gonna lie, Stone.
I was moved.
Damn, the boy feeling good?
As long as Jaren Jackson is playing the way he played today, I'm on cloud 9, brother. Cause listen, doo-doo.
There are non-black people laughing a little too hard on my screen. I'm just gonna say that.
And now all of a sudden she can see the screen, ain't it? Ain't that crazy?
No, I couldn't. I just couldn't see the poll when it don't show
Hey,
on the phone.
Listen, good sister. I ain't saying calling you a liar. I'm just saying what it is. You know what I'm saying? I hope you have a safe flight to Oklahoma City and you enjoy your booth.
The PJ is at Teterboro already. Like, we going to wait.
Oh yeah, I forget it's a short trip for y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I'm skipping the jump, baby.
You flying private too?
Yeah, we at Teterboro Private Airport right now. Like,
he done set the jet for you.
I'm waiting. I'm just waiting to finish this so we can get up in the friendly skies.
Oh, let me observe.
Observe.
My fault. But yeah, the boy feeling amazing. 21 coming from Bam. He might have 12, but it's cool. As long as we lose, because the quicker we lose, the more we can move on. And I could just say, told y'all, another year without an NBA championship. And yeah,
another year being right.
Come on now.
The burden.
I just want to point out, Josh Edey had the worst plus minus. So watch how y'all speak on Jaren Jackson Jr.
Nah.
Oh no, honey.
Zach Edey, excuse me.
Oh no, sweetheart. We're talking about how many points you scored.
No, that's not important. Niggas was bringing up plus minus earlier, and I didn't have the stats in front of me.
It was actually Desmond Bain. Desmond Bain was a minus 51. I didn't know that was humanly possible.
Thank you, Stone. Thank you, Stone.
Two people. Chill. Relax.
Why we not talking about the thump dump or Scottie Pippen Jr.? He was a net minus 39. Like, what about Larson's son?
Man, listen. Only thing we trying to talk about is how the Heat about to blow that shit out. Fuck is you talking about? The game was too close through 3 quarters for me to lose faith. Game 1 don't really mean nothing, bro. See, that's the problem. All right. This is what y'all ain't been to the playoffs enough times for y'all to understand this. It's not a real series until one team wins a game on the other team's court. All right? Again, Stone laid it out for you. This was the fill-out game. Spo has figured it out. So, Spo, 50. Tyler. How many had 21? 17. Bam. 48. Andrew Wiggins. Back to Canada you go. Davion Mitchell. Get off my team, monkey. You try too hard. It's too much. It's too much. My starting, shut the fuck up. My starting shooting guard. 38. Thank you guys in the comments as always for joining the show.
No. Hold on. Nope. Because I was a good soldier tonight. And I'm a good, like, y'all know I roll with the punches. I am not that. But it's a Mexican named Miguel in the comments. And he thinks I'm going to take Jared Slander from him. And not so what I'm going to do, and I hate to do it, because I really hate to do it. But we going to pretend like Bam Adebayo ain't have 0 points in the playoff game before?
Hold on now. Play the video.
That's what we going to do? Play the video, Justin.
Play the video, Justin.
But the
No, hold on. What game that was?
Game 1 in Boston, 2023.
Play the video. Play the video, Justin.
No, but
I forgot the fingers.
Play the video.
Play. Come on.
No. I got us. Observe.
I'm sorry.
Hold on, good sister.
Oh, got to get them Twitter fingers working.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm looking for that. That never happened, by the way.
Damn, she tried to get that lie off, and I almost let her.
Yeah, she was lying.
While we waiting, Andrew Wiggins pack lately.
Why y'all keep letting white men discuss black men like this?
That's a Canadian. He don't count.
Lola now.
Fuck are you talking about? Ariel Latias in number 22. Fuck is wrong with you? Nigga about to go watch the Canucks as soon as that game get finished. Fuck wrong with that. Play the video.
Niggas gonna watch the Maple.
James catches, puts up a three.
If you get too comfortable, you want the X's and the O's, the trade yes and no, friends and the foes, the butlers and the heroes.